Hello, this is Rob here from robcubban.com, and I want to make a little montage here. Here's the image of the girl with the headphones on, and here's an image of a city at night. Now, in order to make a montage, it's very easy. All you have to do is copy one image and put it on the other. However, making the two things look good together is another thing entirely, but we'll see what we can do here. So first of all, let's copy this image, select all, copy and paste. I'll get the layers palette up so I can show you what happened. Here's the layers that we had from an earlier tutorial where I was cutting out the background and smoothing the skin of the model. And here is the top layer of the city. But as you can see, it doesn't look much like this image. And the reason for this is the image size. So I'll show you here. Always you calculate the size of an image by its size, its width and its height, and also its resolution, the amount of pixels per inch there is. And here the resolution is 300 ppi, quite a high resolution, but the size of the image is very small, about 12 centimeters across or 1500 pixels. 1400 pixels. Whereas this image, even though it's 75 ppi, which is quite small, it's also huge. It's over 100 centimeters wide, over a meter wide, and 3500 pixels wide. What you can do in order to compare the two is check off resample image and then just go 300, and then you'll see that with the same resolution as the other image, 300 ppi, it's actually 3 times the size, so about 30 centimeters across, whereas the other one was more like 12 or something like that. So this image is 3 times the size of that. So that's why it's come in, and we can only really see the top left-hand corner, the top third of it. So what you can do is free transform and cut it down. You have to push it out there, cut it down again, push it out, cut it down again, push it out, cut it down again. And at last we have the image at the proper size. I'll just Command Z that and show you another way. We can of course go into image size and cut down the image by about 60%, select all, copy, paste, and now as you can see it's come in at a proper size. Maybe a little bit too small, so I'm going to increase the image. Usually you shouldn't do this because it would result in a lack of quality of the image, but in this case, as it's only these lights, it's not going to matter, and I'm not increasing it by very much. So back in the layers palette, how do we get the city, which is the top layer, to look like it's behind the model? And what we can do is use these two layers. I'll just click them off and show you. These are the layers we made in an earlier video, which masked out or hid out the distracting background behind the model. And what we can do is use these layers to form a selection, which will then make a mask for the top layer, the city lights. In order to turn a layer into a selection, you just go Command and then click on the layer icon. And as you can see, that has turned that layer, which is just that black bit on the left-hand side, into a selection. And I can click on this layer and that does the same but on this side. In order to combine the two, you then click Shift, which combines them, and Control or Command, which is the command to turn pixels into selection. So I've got Shift and Command or Control held down now, and I'm going to click on the layer icon. And that combines the two layer areas into one big selection. So now all we've got to do is turn this top layer on, and with that top layer selected, we go down here and add layer mask. And as you can see, that has turned the selection we had into a layer mask, masking out the areas that were selected previously. And one of the benefits of using layer masks is that you can improve them, and I'll show you how to do that in the next lesson. I'll see you then.